Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So today's topic, I want to talk to you guys about why you can't finance your way to wealth. All right. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, if you look at society does a really good job at defining what wealth is for us, right? What wealth should be for us, right? If you look through, through media, right, through the use of media, they're always pushing commercials where they're pushing like luxury cars, vacations, big homes, luxury items, accessories. They push this lifestyle of just luxury, and they make it seem that in order to be wealthy, this is what you need to have in order to feel wealthy. Okay, and they do a good job of that because, and for me, when it comes to commercials, I'm pretty good at it. I'm not sure if you are as well. Like if they put commercial in your face, it doesn't make me say, "Oh, let me go get that." That's not how I work. I know it works for a lot of people, but it does a good job at shaping the minds of society when it comes to when it comes to status, right? Being a status symbol, having wealth, right? They put, like I said, the cars, the houses, all these things that say, all right, in order for me to raise my status in life, I need to accumulate that. I need to have that lifestyle of just nice cars, vacation. And they do a really good job of shaping that in a society. And it creates a lot of behavior and a lot of habits for a lot of us in terms of how we spend. Okay? Think about it. When it comes to cars, right? Oh, you don't have the money for a car. Guess what? With 60 easy payments of $500 a month, you could get access. You can get ownership of this car. All right. Or you don't have the money for the things that you want to buy. Oh, here's a credit card. Okay. Using other people's money. Like I remember in college, like I'm sure, like for a lot of people, like the first time you probably ever got a credit card was in college, right? So when you come in your freshman year, you got the booth right there set up for access to a credit card, right? You have no idea how money works, but they got that credit card lined up in front of you. However, I do think they create a law now where it can't be right, like these credit card people can't be right on campus. I think they have to be like a certain mile. I think they created some law like that if I'm not mistaken. But at the time when I was going to college, they would be right there in your face trying to push credit cards on you, right? So they're always trying to push debt onto you. You don't have the car, here's the payments. You don't have any money, here's a credit card. Trying to create this mentality that, hey, you don't need money to have this luxury lifestyle. And if you don't have the money, we can give you credit. And it creates this debtor nation. And that's for a lot of people, it's obviously for a lot of us, we struggle with that. And then until you eventually have to learn that, you know what, this is not the right way, and you have to eventually develop better habits. But for a lot of people, they've already accumulated that debt, and it's a cycle that it's hard for a lot of people to get out of. Right? And the thing is, when you see these things, it makes us chase the wrong thing, right? It makes us chase money, which is something you shouldn't be chasing. You shouldn't be chasing money, right? Money shouldn't be the objective of what you're chasing. What you should be chasing is freedom. Not to say that you don't use money to buy the things that you want, because money is meant to be spent. However, we have this mindset of using money the wrong way. We should be using money to chase freedom, right? Freedom from not having to slave away at a job that you don't like, right? Freedom to be able to focus on your fitness, your health and fitness. Freedom to hang out with friends and family, the people that are most important to you. This is what you should be using, finding a way to get access to money, so you can create a lifestyle for yourself that's going to create freedom long term. But for a lot of us, we're out here chasing money, things that don't really matter, right? That all that does is keep us indebted to a job that we don't like. It keeps us working for hours until we're burnt out, right? And these are the things that we don't want to do. So we have to find another reason to why we want to make the money. So why do we fall for such gimmicks that are there to just brainwash us, right? One reason I could think of is because it's easy, right? Looking wealthy is easy. It's easy to maybe buy a nice car. It's easy to finance a home. It's easy to buy nice clothes and watches, right? It's easy to do these things per se, right? All it takes is like, hey, you make some money, then you can get these things. If you don't really have the money, then you can finance it, right? But what's hard is actually looking wealthy. Actually going through the process of building wealth, so making sure that you don't have a bunch of credit card debts that are stealing your wealth away from you. It's hard to develop that process where you're working, you're putting you get a good job that's going to pay you a lot of money, or you build a business. It takes time to do all that and actually build wealth over time. A lot of people don't have the discipline or don't want to develop the discipline or commitment to actually build real wealth over time, right? Investing in properties, investing in stocks, investing in assets that's going to generate wealth over time. We want that instant gratification. So we want to get these things right away so we can then put it on Instagram, put it on social media, so people can then see that we have some sort of wealth when it's just fake wealth, right? And for me, when it comes to wealth, right? For me, I'll tell you like what wealth means to me, right? Like it's three things, right? First one is family, right? Being able to spend time with friends and family, people that you care about most, right? For a lot of people, they don't have time to spend time with friends and family because they're so busy with work or whatever. For me, it's just, being able to have that opportunity, like, hey, you know what? You want to go hang out with some friends and family? You can do that, right? The second thing is fitness. I think fitness for me is a priority, right? And it doesn't matter how much money you make. If your health is not intact, what's the point of having all that money? And that's why it's important for me to make sure I prepare myself for these things, right? Make sure that I'm going to the gym 5 days a week. So when I do acquire the wealth that I'm looking for, I'm able to enjoy it, right? And as much as I can in a healthy manner. Right, so a lot of people, they don't really prepare themselves, or they don't prepare their body to receive the wealth that hopefully may come in the future. So you want to make sure you always make that a priority. I go to the gym 5 days a week, rest on Saturdays and Sundays, and make sure that when I'm ready to receive that wealth, that I can enjoy it the way I want to. Right. And the third thing is freedom of choice, right? Having choice, doing the things that I want to do, right? Not having to say, oh, I can't go somewhere because I got to be at work. Right, I can't do anything because I can't go on this trip. I can't travel. I can't go hang out with the friend people I want. I want that freedom of choice, right? And I think for me that's important. I think for a lot of people that's also important, because if you ask people when it comes to their job what they're looking for, they want autonomy. They want freedom. That's why you see a lot of people unhappy when it comes to their job. They don't have that freedom and autonomy and that flexibility to do what they want when it comes to making money. And I think for me that's very important, and understanding that that these are the things that I strive for when it comes to building wealth long term. Right? And making sure that I'm not putting myself in debt, because like I said, the title of the video, you cannot finance your way to wealth, right? This is something that has to be built over time. It's a process, right? There's a lot of failures along the way when you're building wealth, and there's no cheat code to it, right? This is something you have to grind. You got to fail a lot. You learn from the fails, and then you adjust and adapt along the way. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts and your comments. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and share. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.